What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Finally, the ice has finally melted from out here in the snow and stuff, but it's still cold as you know what. Man, time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. You know, we watched the games today. You know, I live streamed yesterday, both games. I live streamed the first game and into the second quarter with Kansas City in Buffalo, and went up to the workshop to do some work. You know, I got my new toy. I got so many people that are like, man, I want a butcher block. I want this. And it's like I'm still learning the equipment. So I feel like a kid at Christmas now, and I just don't want to stop because I literally, the last 2 minutes of the game finally came out of the workshop, and it was Kansas City coming back, getting the lead. Buffalo coming back, getting the lead in 13 seconds. Pat Mahomes getting them downfield to get the field goal, and then touchdown pass. I think it was like 170 yards passing in the last 2 minutes of the game. It's just crazy. Pat Mahomes. It's been a crazy day in the playoffs because Kansas City's the only home team that won this weekend, I do believe. And watching Tom Brady, you know, some people will say, well, Tom Brady, this might be it. He might decide to retire. I don't know if he does or not. But the problem wasn't Tom Brady. And you could look at the Green Bay Packers yesterday. Aaron frickin' Rodgers. The thing that happened in those games, and I'm looking at the Kansas City Buffalo game, which was unbelievable. Unbelievable shootout. The thing that people don't seem to understand, and y'all gonna say, well, you just trying to make excuses for your garbage ass quarterback. He's not Josh Allen. He's not Pat Mahomes, right? But you can look at Aaron Rodgers yesterday. You can look at Tom Brady today. You can look at Dak Prescott last week. And I'm gonna tell you what they all three have in common. They were under this duress the whole time. Tom Brady, I couldn't believe how many times I actually saw Tom Brady get hit. Tom Brady doesn't like to get touched. And this is where people ask me all the time. It's like, well, you know, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. And I'll say, pump your brakes there for a minute. I will say he's the greatest quarterback under the new rules where you can't really hit the quarterback. Because if Tom Brady played in the 70s or the 80s or the 90s, he wouldn't be playing into his 40s. There's a reason why he's able to play all of these years, because Tom Brady does not get hit. Today, they let him get hit. Tom Brady was under duress the whole game, and that's why you saw that ball flying all over the place. Tom Brady, it wasn't the weather. It was not the weather, because, see, that's what some of you Cowboy fans out there trying to say, and I know tomorrow that the talking heads will too. Oh, it was the weather. Well, I tell you what, Tom Brady had great weather down there in Tampa Bay. It was sunny. It wasn't windy. It wasn't cold. But what he did have, he had a hellstorm of the Rams getting upfield against him. Pressure. And here's the bottom line. You want to see Pat Mahomes play? I mean, that kind of play? You want to see Josh Allen kind of play? You got to fix the offensive line. People don't want to look at any place other than saying the quarterback. But you can bring Aaron Rodgers here if you want to. Not that Aaron Rodgers is going to come with Mike McCarthy. But you put him behind the offensive line and that pressure like that, you get the same results you just had yesterday. You bring Tom Brady behind the offensive line and not fix it right here, you're going to have the same results that you had today. And that's the problem here, stupid, is the offensive line. Regardless of people say, well, the Cowboys got a great offensive line. Great offensive lines don't get held under 100 yards collectively as a team rushing the quarterback on a regular. They just don't. And that, my friends, is what we did almost every game the second half of the season. We just didn't. And when you watch that game and you watch Pat Mahomes with 13 seconds to go, able to survey the field unmolested there, I'm going to find somebody. Because you give even an average quarterback time, somebody's going to eventually break open. Somebody eventually is going to break open. But when you can't run the football and you can't block for your quarterback and you've got guys breathing down on you, you got hands up in the air, you can't see the receivers out there. I know that y'all just think, and maybe some of you just don't really pay that much attention to football, that you only watch the quarterback and the ball going to the receiver. You're not watching what's happening on the line. But watch what happens. It makes a difference. And on the reverse of that, here's the other problem that I think the Dallas Cowboys made. The Cowboys really screwed the pooch with Micah Parsons and D-Law. Love D-Law. Ain't mad at D-Law for getting paid. And y'all have to stop this saying, well, he got paid this, he got paid that. But you know what? It is what it is. If your ass was out there doing what they're doing, breaking your ankle and coming back in a year, you wouldn't say, I'm going to take a team discount. You'd be out there trying to get every damn penny out there. So don't give me this crap like they greedy, like you wouldn't be. I'm sick of that shit. I ain't mad at D-Law for getting paid. I ain't mad at any of these players for getting paid. Because ain't nobody out there saying, you know what, I'm going to work for free. Nobody's doing that. You're not doing it, so don't expect anybody else to. When D-Law came back, I remember sitting on the couch talking with my man, DMV. And I said, I wonder if D-Law coming back is going to hurt Micah Parsons. Because Micah Parsons was on a tear playing defensive end. If you watch the Rams going after Tom Brady, one, they had Aaron Donald in the middle. They had the big man in the middle that's collapsing the pocket. And then two, they had those guys coming from the end. It wasn't the linebackers that were doing it. It was those edge rushers. And I'm going to say right now, Micah Parsons is a hell of a lot better pass rusher than D-Law. You can call me everything but a child of God, and that's fine. I don't care. But Micah Parsons, the 4 games before D-Law came back, 6 sacks. Micah Parsons goes to middle linebacker. D-Law goes to defensive end. D-Law in the next 4 games gets 1 sack. Micah Parsons gets 1 sack. You went from a position that was getting 6 sacks in 4 games to then getting 2 sacks in 4 games. The production wasn't there. And we weren't able to get to the quarterback and make him feel as uncomfortable as Tom Brady and Aaron frickin' Rodgers were the last 2 days. Football, it's not complicated. It's not complicated. You got to make the quarterback uncomfortable. That's what the 49ers did to us. That's what the Rams did to Tampa Bay. And that's what the 49ers did to Aaron Rodgers. And it doesn't matter. You can say, well, Dak's just not that good. Well, you said that Tom Brady's the GOAT. He had the same result. You say Aaron Rodgers is the bad man. Well, guess what? Time. When it's not on your side, you're screwed in the NFL. I'm Mark Holmes, and I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. But look at Joe Burrow. He got sacked 9 times. Yeah. But look on the other side of the fence. Ryan Tannehill threw 3 interceptions. And interceptions are game changers. I know it doesn't matter. I know I'm literally talking with Dak haters to a brick wall that no matter what you say, they're still going to have, you're just making excuses. They won't actually have an argument other than Dak sucks, Dak sucks, Dak sucks. And it shows how little knowledge that person actually has when it comes to football. But it's all good. It's all good. Hope you guys have had a good weekend. I'll be honest with you. I'm so excited about my new toy up there in the workshop. I just can't wait to get up in the morning and get back out there with it. All right. Peace out, good people. God willing, I'll see you tomorrow.